So I just saw this, and my first thought is like, wow, that is like the most. I have to be honest, it's the most African slave mindset I've ever seen. And I'm not saying that because I think Africans have the mentality of slaves. I think the continent of Africa breeds the mentality of slaves. And that's why everyone who doesn't really have the mentality just leaves Africa. And this is purposely being put here to like get rid of morons. Like if you're a fucking moron, I don't want you watching my shit, so go away. So if you're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that about Africa." Um Fuck off. Maybe go read a history book or educate yourself, bigot. I'll get into this in a second. I got some stuff to do, but this is fascinating. So here we go. I'm continuing this video, and I'm gonna have to like read about the memes from on another phone, and then make I just get distracted thinking about how hot my wife is. Other people don't have to feel that way. Actually, I would prefer they didn't, but goddamn, marry a woman that you just think about her hair in a ponytail and you're just like, I don't know. Takes your breath away for a little bit. You gotta refocus. No wonder I have 3 children. No, really though, it's very, very, very important that you marry someone that you just find like so ridiculously attractive. It makes you feel like crazy all the time. Like you're just like that. Yeah. Going on 6 years, you know. 3 children, 6 years. Oh, it's fun. Life is strange. So am I. You know, I long since gave up on trying to make my YouTube channel make sense, and I just realized there's going to be some brilliant ADHD 14-year-old geniuses out there who figure this shit out, and I got some projects. You know, I'm mapping how human beings assimilate information through YouTube by doing this. This is quite fun. Try it out. Start making YouTube videos. Don't tell anyone. See when people in your personal life notice. It's interesting. My dad just recently found out that like one of his old like business buddies from like 20 years ago, 30 years ago watches my YouTube videos. Who would have thought, you know? Okay, so I gotta go here, and I gotta go to the thing, and then there's the other thing, and it's all the things with the stuff and the people do. Everybody's laughing about the bird. No, I don't, because then it will. I hate when it does that, because then it will copyright my video. I don't really. So irritating. I have a lot of videos that are blocked just because I don't really care about avoiding the copyright on them. I don't. If you know what you're doing, you're not doing much. Like, if you can tell people what you're doing and that summarizes what you're doing, you're not doing much. I think the best way to summarize what I'm doing is man conquers the world by conquering himself. But, I mean, by God, I'm doing a lot more. Like, I really just, like, I don't know. I want to go like run around in like a field in Switzerland, like with mountains and stuff, and like build big things out of stone. And like there's like a waterfall, and there's some sort of like aqueduct system we built. This is like my inner. I don't know. Like I just want to build cool stuff. I want to wrestle with my buddies. You know, like this is just the world I want to live in, and I want to go hiking with my family. Like there was a freaking sailing trip that I tried to plan with my cousins when I was 12, and it never happened, and I'm still upset about it because there's so much cool shit that we never got to do because we're all fucking slaves. And I'm getting into that. It's a lot of like why my channel is the way it is, and like one of the things I find super annoying is that if I say something that is outside the Overton window, people think I'm an asshole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disperse so many ideas into YouTube that the entire youth basically adopts my way of thinking, such that by the time people notice what I'm doing, it's effectively too late, and the demographic shift has already began on my channel. So my channel's already demographically shifting towards the youth, which is interesting because when it started, it was all 60-year-old people because I talk about health issues, and now it's like becoming more and more and more young people. It took a long time for young people to even notice my channel, which is interesting. It's like, so I'm just, I'm watch my channel if you want to figure out what I'm doing. It's the point, you know. I guess I could like tell you what I'm doing, but it isn't really. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this British illustrator. He's a British illustrator, guys. He draws stuff on paper for you to look at with your eyeballs. So this is like a wedding ring one. And it's a snake. And I just don't think that this dude was expecting to nail the symbolism of this that well. Like, I really be very surprised if he was aware of how much he was nailing the symbolism of that, because, like, marriage is hard. 1 second. So this starts at the 5-minute mark. 5 minute to whenever. So I can timestamp it so I can. For me, not you. Maybe for you. I don't know. I don't really. I make these videos for the collective unconscious, so. But yeah, the symbolism is like really intense, you know, like we got a serpent in us because of the fall. So in order to fight this, what we have to do is we yoke ourselves to another human being so that the serpent concealed within us can be brought into a greater union. So it makes marriage hot and sexy. You're fucking like, who doesn't want to like do 650, but nailed the symbolism on that. I mean, that is like why you get married. It's very good. The next one, people cutting down trees with a QR code. You just don't need to do that. Like, you can simply not cut down the trees. You can plant more trees. Like, you don't have to. Oh, this is why I was talking about like African slaves. So this is why I'm like, this is African slave mentality, because it's like, dude, it's a fucking wedding. Like, it's like, so it's like the wedding ring is a threat. Okay, commitment's a threat because there's stuff beneath the surface. It's like, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the mentality of the person who made these, because he's not gonna be spared artistic analysis. So yeah, like that's, I guess you could do that. You could just destroy the environment without self-reflection, but you don't have to. So don't do that, I guess. But it's, you'll see, it's like his obsession with this gets really strange. And this is the artist John Hallcroft, British illustrator, handing the kid like a hot globe, and it's like, oh, it's even funny. The map's focused on Africa. He has an African central vision of the world. If it had been focused on North America, this would actually be inspiring for people, but he didn't, so it's not. That's why it's important to be an American exceptionalist. So the next one is this person trapped inside of his own mind. So this is where we start getting into the self-confession. So now this guy is letting you know that he's a total effing head case, and that he feels like he's stuck in a pit in his own head, which makes him, I mean, like, again, I'm not racist. Like, even the Africans don't like Africa, which is why they're leaving Africa. It's like, it's not that I'm racist, you're just a moron. Like, really, it's like you're like, oh my god, you think the Africans are inferior? No, Africans think Africa is inferior, but you don't because you've never been there and you never will, and you can sit in your ivory tower and have your opinions that don't affect you. So fuck the world, I guess. I mean, yeah, right. Isn't that like the ethic that founded this country? Was like fuck the entire world. Why would you? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4. So this is, let's say, 9 to 10. But yeah, he's trapped in his own mind. The guy's a head case, and you'll see this develop more later. Yeah, like literally though, it's fascinating how he critiques himself within his own analysis. He's British too, and they're letting themselves be invaded, so you can see why. And then here we have, it's like everyone else is a bummer, but I'm not. But they're all walking the same direction, so maybe don't walk in that direction because it might be the direction of the cliff you're headed off later. As you'll see, 10 to 10:30. And then the next one, so here you can see this person is admitting that he's a liar. He doesn't tell you what he actually thinks. And these are all the people who criticize me talking about Africa because they're just like, oh my god, man, I can't believe you said that about Africa. And then internally they're like, my depression and anxiety. You're depressed and anxious because you won't look at reality. Or at least it's definitely making it worse. Like, it's very hard to improve a problem that you will not actually address. And this is sort of what we're seeing with this very British man. And here we have a British man realizing that he's being lied to and manipulated by the same propaganda system that's feeding him his other stupid beliefs. Oh my god, believe has lie in it. Like, the people who want me to believe things the most are lying to me. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's so crazy. Oh, we gotta escape. Oh, look at this. Look at this, everyone. We gotta escape the reality that we insist on creating, and we're gonna escape it through the keyboard. This is actually fairly insightful, because that's what I'm doing. I'm escaping the slave mentality through the internet by speaking my mind online, which is what slaves don't do. As such, freeing myself from slavery in the manner that he can only dream of through this artwork. Next, we have a bunch of people beating up the earth, like a pinata. Again, they're all blindfolded because they refuse to see reality for what it is. That's a very consistent theme we're going to see throughout this. And they're also beating up the earth, I imagine, because someone told them to. Probably the same people who are lying to them, who they insist on believing, even though they could just not beat up the earth, because, like, you could just plant trees and stuff. Like, just don't destroy where you live. It's simple. Africans don't understand this. Um, Again, yeah, Africans don't understand this. So this is where it gets interesting. Like, again, like, if you go actually talk to Africans, which none of you are going to do because you're all fucking racist, um, you'll find that they actually don't really believe it's possible to take care of where you live, and they sort of view human habitation as a necessary evil that always destroys wherever it touches. So they don't really have hope. Fascinating. Here we have someone trying to see his own shadow. Um, but he's shining a light on his shadow. Maybe he's trying to get rid of his shadow because he finds it uncomfortable that he has a shadow. I think that would probably be very consistent with this sort of thing. He's like, gotta get rid of it. I don't know. Shining a light at the shadow. I don't know. I mean, this is. He's definitely contemplating his own shadow, for sure. Here we have someone turning the earth into QR codes. I don't know why they'd turn trees into QR codes. I think it's easier to sell a tree than a QR code. I think people like trees. I don't think this is a sustainable business model. I think he's probably going to go bankrupt. He'd probably see that he was going to go bankrupt if he took off the blindfold, stopped believing the people who were lying to him, and got out of the mental pit shaped like his face. That would probably be a good idea. Here we can see quite clearly the holy hand grenade. This is just obviously the holy hand grenade. This is, in fact, the very same holy hand grenade that I am using to take over the world, basically. I've decided to weaponize peace because peace is really just the lowest energy state that a system can dynamically reach sustainably. It's like very Newtonian. So I'm simply pointing out to everyone their operating contradictions, which will force a realization of a new stable energy state, which itself is the piece that I have weaponized because all of my businesses depend on that new stable energy state. And yeah, it's going to be the Pax Devicana. It's like the Pax Romana, the Pax Devicana, I guess, you know. So the Holy Hand Grenade, you know, weaponizing peace. I think that's a very useful strategy. Business is abstract warfare, so there's a lot of success to be had in that domain. Here we have a woman who's like really good at hugging and evidently has some efficacy for self-defense. No, I'm fucking around. It's basically like, I don't know, this sort of inarticulate helplessness I find very reminiscent of Africa because I've studied Africa. You know, like, I'm not going to get into my past, but like, I know way more about this shit than anyone criticizing me, and you're all fucking idiots. And I'm going to make sure the world knows that you're fucking idiots. And I'm just going to, like, you know, even if you think that I'm ridiculous, I'm going to spend so much time disseminating the most articulated versions of these ideas throughout the entire internet, such that in 20 years, 30 years, everyone's going to think this way. And you're not going to be able to say a single fucking stupid thought without having someone contradict you with a beautifully eloquent argument. Because I'm so fucking sick of, like, honestly, it's just my fucking elementary school teachers. Like, and people who represent them to me, like, blatant liars telling me that I'm stupid because I won't repeat the bullshit that they let ruin their own fucking lives. We'll see who wins in the end. Not you, because your life is miserable. But you thought that I'd be crushed by the same system that crushed you because you're a weak, pathetic piece of shit. But that's not going to happen. Because I'm Devin fucking Young, bitch. Okay, so I just don't really understand why this person is continuing to hug the snake. Like, it's this sort of helplessness. Like, Africa has this very helpless attitude of, like, oh, well, you can't do anything anyway. It's like you can't beat the serpent. I mean, let's get down to it. You want to know why the West is better than the rest? Because we believe we can beat the serpent. That's what Christianity is. It's like you're going to see snake symbolism and imagery becoming more and more prevalent and popular. And it's like, oh no, the snake. Oh, the wedding ring is a snake. Oh, everything's a snake. It's like, yeah, well, you have to, like, Jesus says he's like the snake. He has to be lifted up like the snake in the wilderness. The guy's seeing the problem, but he's not seeing the solution because he's believing the lies of other people. Like, he's believing that other people want to help him. So he's not going out and finding the answers for himself, and that's why he's stuck. Why are other people so scary to this man? Because he just believes them. Why? Because he's blindfolded and doesn't trust himself to seek the truth. If he just looked at reality, be like, yeah, it's a snake, but snake's not biting me. Snake's got a cool pattern. You know, I could be friends with this snake. But instead, he's just like, oh my God, a snake. Someone told me snakes are bad. Jesus says that he's like the snake in the wilderness. Maybe there's an enlightening paradox here. Maybe there's something going on. Maybe I'm not a fucking bigot. Maybe you're a bigot for just dismissing people you don't understand because they say things that make you feel uncomfortable. Like, that's what the world's doing. And they call me a bigot. But you think everyone's secretly a snake. I don't think you're a snake. I think you're just underinitiated. If you're watching this in the 19-minute mark, if you didn't even watch the video, like, sheepy, sheepy. Jesus says to look after his sheep, though, so it's what I'm doing. It's my cross to bear. It's why I carry a stick everywhere, because I'm a goddamn shepherd. Next thing. Okay, so 15 to 1930. 1930 to the next one. So here's just a dude trapped in his own head because he keeps believing the lies and won't actually say what he thinks, like me, because he's worried about being called a bigot. So funny. That's why I'm unleashing the holy hand grenade on everyone, because, like, they're fucking morons. I'm so sick of it that I'm like, I'm gonna literally take over the goddamn world and no one's gonna stop me. No one's gonna stop me. It's so funny. Like, I'm literally, like, my strategy for taking over the world is just to talk about it. There's other things too, but I'm just gonna talk about it. And then I'm just gonna end up owning the world because no one has the balls to stop me. No one. It'll benefit everyone. Like, I don't know why you'd try to stop me, but so here's a guy draining the world for money out of, like, it's like a water cooler. I think it's just more pessimism. Like, it just seems like more European pessimism to me. Oh my god, it's another person who has a snake that I'm gonna believe. I just have to believe everyone because they're all full of snakes, and I gotta believe them. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a poor little birdie. I'm a poor little birdie. And people are full of snakes, and I'm just stuck believing them because I'm trapped in a cage in my own mind because I won't speak the truth because I'm afraid to be called a bigot. And that's why I'm gonna conquer you. Because I've just realized that that's how people are, and I don't know why complain about it, you know? It's just what it is. And please, by all means, like, go conquer me back. Like, try to. I wish there were more people trying to take over the world. Like, I feel fucking lonely, you know? And all y'all people who are like, people hit me up in the comments, they're like, I'll be your friend, Devin. I'm like, I just smile. I'm like, sure, okay. Can you drink from my cup? Can you walk my path? Maybe. If you can, you'll be my friend. But it's a lot of psilocybin in that cup, and I don't know if you're ready for that. There's a lot of thorns on this path, and I'm walking it barefoot. Love some company. But I'm the only one with thorns in my feet tripping balls on the mountain of Sinai, so like Moses said, please, more people prophesy. I'm tired of doing this alone. So we were getting a bunch of people walking off a cliff because they're staring at their phones, and that's why I'm on YouTube. You can, walk away from the cliff, yeah. Like, you don't have to walk off a cliff. No one's literally forcing you to walk off a cliff. It's not like it's the greatest time ever, you know? Like, you could just not do it. So anyway, here we have Happiness Kit. This is the cage that this is the blindfold in the cage and the reason why you keep getting attacked by snakes. And also the manufacturer of the Happiness Kit is that's not eco-friendly. Like, it's not a real happiness kit. It's cocaine and sadness. It's fascinating how this guy can be so self-aware, but so like not. And then the next slide, it's like the happiness kit didn't work. This is what people mean by the unconscious. It's like people, they know what's wrong, they just won't look at it because they're afraid. I don't know. That's why I make these videos. So, oh yeah, like I read the Count of Monte Cristo, and I'm like, wow, I'm really not that crazy. I'm like a pretty normal guy. So I'm hoping I can do that for some other people. Like some other people can watch my YouTube videos and be like, wow, I'm really not that crazy. I'm a pretty normal guy. I think that there's just a lot of people with butterflies stuck inside the cages while they let them out of their back. Welcome Home. It reminds me of that song by Radical Face. And that's it. So, why do I call that African slavery? Pretty simple. I just call it African slavery because it's African slavery. Like, there's no hope. There's no self determination within that. It's this impression of a system that has already existed before one is born that is inevitably destructive and comprised of people who must be interacted with but are inherently untrustworthy while not including oneself in that calculus. And then from that devises a view of the world that handicaps one into making it possible and inevitable. But of course, I'm a bigot, and you should, I don't know, fucking hate your ancestors or something. Like, I don't, in favor of someone else's ancestors. The stupidity makes me sick. The hypocrisy makes me sick.